So Dave, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
It's really great looking.
It's good to see you as well, Rob.
Oh yeah, it's a great looking showroom there that you've got, light, bright and beautiful.
Thanks for that. Yeah, it takes a bit of time getting it all set up, but yeah, it kind of felt initially that it wasn't worth it, not seeing there's no customers coming through the door, but actually as a backdrop, it's been really good kind of doing these kind of Zoom presentations really. So yeah, pleased you appreciate it. Yeah.
So today you've got the Deuter guide range, and it's an update, and it was an update that actually I think you were saying came out in spring summer 20. It's just that because of the nature of spring summer 20, it was kind of a season that never quite happened, and as a result the updated guide range kind of never quite came to the sort of market in the way that it might. So it'd be really good to run over, well, what is ultimately, you know, it's kind of the, I guess, climbers, mountaineers range within, you know, the Deuter collection. And yeah, tell us a bit more about how it's changed and been updated for 2021.
Yeah, I think as you say there, Rob, it's you know, it's quintessentially our kind of all mountain pack. Really, it's gathered a sort of legendary status over the years, and you know, it's used by a huge group of you know, of people on the mountainside, whether they're climbers, mountaineers, just mountain walkers, even, I guess, you know, right up to, you know, winter ice climbers in there, and you know, that sort of status it's developed has been one of massive durability and huge carry comfort, and that's something that we've really needed to maintain in this new series. But if there was ever something leveled at it, it was that it was a little heavy, you know, in that process. Whilst our competition were going super lightweight in some cases, not maintaining maybe the same sort of durability, carry comfort, we needed to sort of match that, but maintain the benefits of what we've had previously in there. So like I say, last year should have been the launch of the new guide, but yeah, for every reason we know of, we were just about to press the button, and everything got locked down. So for sure, this season's going to be, you know, a big season for it again, as retailers kind of get back open and, you know, pop this on the shelf and start presenting it back to consumers again. So we've got this category split into two, really. We've got what we call the kind of classic guide pack. So it's a 34 litre in its new series, and it's a 44 litre in the larger option in there. And then we've got the light series, which we'll talk a little bit about later on. For me, the all-round product is the 34 litre. It covers the summer and the winter season, and that's really down to the capacity for it to actually extend. So we've got the capacity in this pack to release the lid in such a way that we can add an extra 10 litres to the bag. So right through the summer and into that winter season where you might be carrying a little bit more kit, and it's got that ability to extend up and take some more gear should you need it. So for me, that gives it that extra kind of versatility, I guess, for the seasons that we're pushing it into. The big changes that people will notice with this pack is primarily a change in the zip structure to the bag. And this really came about from us talking to a lot of our athletes that we're working with, but actually consumer feedback as well, about how they're after more access, quicker access to the pack in terms of getting gear in and out of the bag. And we developed this new J-zip system. And there's a small zip, pulls around, but actually now runs right up the length of the pack. And that allows you to gain access right into the body of the bag. And classically, if you're using this at the bottom of a crag or the start of a route, it just means the pack can go down and you can get access straight into the body of the bag to start unloading gear, rather than go in from the top of the pack and have to empty everything out when you don't necessarily always need to do that. For a little bit of added security to this zip, it actually tucks away quite neatly into its little pocket there, so there's no way this can now open up automatically. You can't catch it on a rock or unzip it by mistake, so it tucks away. If you just want in through the side zip, then you've still got the capacity to go in through the side, which the guide always did. You know, it always did that, and was always loved for that reason. Easy access while it's on the back as well for somebody else. So a really neat change there. The big thing for us was maintaining that carry comfort, I guess, in there. And in doing that, we developed a new Alpine Light back system to the pack. So this now has, rather than the aluminium boss frame that we had in there, we've reduced the weight. We've put a HDP sheet in here with a sprung steel wire frame. That's really dropped the weight of the back system down, but it's given this pre-curved back system that offers really good fit and fantastic breathability in there as well, with these raised pads over the shoulder area just to lift it a little bit away from the back to allow some airflow through there. So an awesome fit from the pack and a new harness system to go with it.
It's looking like a pretty significant update. I mean, the benefits, I think, like largely just make what was previously a good pack even greater, because I think, like you say, you don't want to go messing around with weight to sacrifice what was ultimately what people bought the guide for, which was its comfort and its usability. And you've obviously addressed the comfort by making sure that whilst you've updated the back system, you haven't made any sacrifices in terms of the level of support it was providing. And in terms of the usability, it's interesting just that increase in the zip length to the J shape that you've updated it to, because again, I'm someone who uses a variety of, I mean, I'm probably lucky. I have a lot of differing packs within my quiver, but weight meant less to me in recent years with the styles of climbing I've done, and usability has meant more to me. That, you know, as you say, the convenience of just being able to like undo that zip and get right to the bottom, eliminating the faff of basically inevitably having what you need right at the bottom when you can't access it from the top down, is something that I value more and more now.
Yeah, it is. And I think, you know, with just that sort of person who's using this pack right from it being their mountain walking pack to a winter ice climbing pack, then that versatility, you know, it just gives them the capacity to use the bag in those environments to a much greater degree. And, you know, the feedback we had from the team when they were developing that was that's exactly what they were looking for. So, you know, it's great to see that come through on the new model.
And I know we're going to go into the guide light shortly, but just to mention it very quickly as a very brief introduction, you know, like what we have here obviously is a model that's going to last a long time. You know, the guide is bomb proof, you know, in every way, shape and form. But for those who want something, who are willing to sacrifice maybe a little bit, but not a lot of durability, but want something that's lighter weight, we've got this guide light as an option, which we'll come on to shortly.
You have, and for that person, they definitely understand the requirements you know, they're looking for. They understand they're looking for weight reduction. They normally appreciate that they're going to sacrifice that durability, and for us that's fine. You know, we don't have an issue with that. You know, we're producing a lighter product for a consumer who understands the nature of it. You know, the frustration, I guess, would always be that somebody buys into that product thinking it's going to last as long as the standard guide, you know, with the same sort of abuse. It can't work that way. You know, it doesn't work that way. So, you know, if you're looking for durability, but that mega carry comfort, this is where you end up, you know, because you've got that amazing back system on there with a great shape and a great fit, great support. That HDP sheet means anything in the pack's poking through and stabbing you in the back, it fits every time you put it on. You don't need to get a knee in the back of the pack to get the shape back before you put it on your shoulders. And those people in the know exactly what I mean when I say that, you know. So we've all been there for that.
We've all been there and done it at some point, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah, well, for sure. Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot for taking us through the guide, and I look forward to seeing the guide light shortly.
Cool. Good to see you.